now let us see what is destination address. So destination address is nothing but 6 byte, that is 48 bits, contains link layer address, that is the MAC address, medium access control address, and of the destination. And the receiver, whenever it sees this MAC address in the frame, so it understands whether it is its own address, if it is a one-to-one connection, peer-to-peer connection. So unicast connection, I should say, unicast connection where the source or host, sending host is sending directly to the receiving host. So it, if it sees the MAC address, its own MAC address, it will pass it to the upper layer for processing the frame. If it sees a multicast address, and if that multicast address is for a group of which this particular receiving host is a member. If that be the case, then also it will receive the frame and it will send it to upper layer for processing. And if it is a broadcast address, definitely every receiving host will have to process this, what I meant to say, broadcast frame by decapsulating it and sending it to upper layer for further processing, right? So next is source address. Again, it is 6 bytes in length, that is 48 bits, and it contains basically address of the sender. Now the type field defines the upper layer protocol. You got the idea? It can be IP, address resolution protocol, OSPF, and so on, right? So basically, it serves as like other things what we have seen in datagram. So the datagram, there was a field called as a protocol field. So basically, this type defines the protocol field, like which protocol it is, observing, like internet protocol or address resolution protocol or OSPF and all this, and right. So this is what is there, and this particular type is used for multiplexing and deep multiplexing. Now the data field, as I told you, that it carries the data from upper layer. So upper layers will what they will do, they will encapsulate this entire data, and then into either 46 bytes or 1500 bytes. If the data is coming from upper layer, which is larger than 1500 bytes. So if it is larger than 1500 bytes, then right, this particular data has to be divided into what I'm saying several fragments, so that the fragment size do not exceed 1500 bytes, and then it is encapsulated. So the destination address, source address, CRC, all are attached to it. Type is attached, and finally a physical layer, preamble, and SFD is attached. Right, and if it is less than 46 bytes, if the size of the frame is less than 46 bytes, so here it is, understuffed. In that case, I have to pad it, the extra. Suppose the sending host is having data which is of 40 bytes only. So it is 6 bytes short of 46 bytes. So I have said that 46 bytes is the minimum size of the data, but sending source is having data of the size of 40 bytes only. So the remaining 6 bytes I have to pad means fill up extra to make it to make the length of the data to be 46 bytes. So 6 bytes of zeros and ones I'll have to pad. Because this is how it happens, right? And is there. So upper layer protocol needs to know length of its data, because whenever this data is received at the receiver end, this padded frame is generally delivered at the receiving end. It will be delivered to upper layer protocol without removing the padding. So data link layer does not remove the pad. So it is the responsibility of the upper layer to remove that extra padding. So data link layer is not meant for removing that padded, this thing, because padding is done at upper layer and it has to be removed by the upper layer only, right? So it should know, upper layer protocol at the receiving end should know the length of its data. So datagram field has a length field defined in data. So now we have something called as CRC. So CRC is nothing but it's a cyclic redundancy check, and generally for Ethernet we use CRC32. It is meant for detecting the errors present in the information, that is the frame that is arriving, right? And CRC is applied or calculated over the addresses, that is the destination address, source address, type, and the data field. And whatever calculation is done on these fields is put into, result of this calculation is put into the CRC field, the last field, right? So if the receiver calculates the CRC and finds that it is non-zero, finds means after comparing it with the CRC which has arrived along with the frame, and the receiver will do on the same what I meant to say addresses, both the addresses like sending address, source address, destination address, type, and data, all these inclusive, it will calculate CRC at its own end. And that CRC, if it matches with the CRC that has arrived along with the frame, in the frame, if both the CRC are matching, that means if I do the subtraction, so basically XORing, ambiguity, if it is not zero, then there is definitely an error has crept into the frame and frame has to be discarded. So this is what happens. Now, Ethernet has imposed some, what I meant to say, restrictions on both minimum and maximum length. And this length restriction, is required because of a restriction imposed by carrier sense multiple access with collision detection. So basically, Ethernet frame has to be of the size minimum of 512 bits, that is 64 bytes. And part of this length is, again, out of these 64, what I mean to say, bytes, part of it is having a header and a trailer also, right? So generally header and trailer will be 18 bytes. So out of 64 bytes, 18 bytes will be header and trailer. So if I take remove from 64 bytes of what I'm saying minimum data length, if I remove 18 uh, bytes, what I get is 46 bytes. So data length has to be minimum of 46 bytes, right? So the upper layer packet, if it is less than 46 bytes, then we have to fill the extra byte positions. Like I said, the data part was only 40 bytes in size. So it is the job of the upper layer to fill the extra 6 bytes position with zeros, all zeros. And the maximum length of the frame can be 1518. 1518 means this 18 is this 18 which is containing header and trailer, header and trailer part. So if I remove that 18, what I mean to say, bytes from this, size of the data will be, maximum size of the data will be 1500 bytes. Now we will have, how exactly the data is sent from sending host to the receiving host. So each station on Ethernet network will have its own network interface card, which is from different manufacturers. This network interface card can come from different manufacturers, and it will have a unique address, hardware address, which is called MAC address. So this, NIC fits inside the host, that is a computer, and provides the station with a link layer address. So it will provide link layer address, right? So Ethernet address is generally 6 byte in size, and it is denoted by hexadecimal 4A. You can say 4A. So this is 4 is hexadecimal number, that is 4 bits. So it can be taken as 0, 1, 0, 0, and A is 10, right? 30. So all these are hexadecimal. So each, what I meant to say, digit here, each digit here is 4 bits in length. So 4 plus 4, 8. This is 16. This is, 24. This is 32. And this is 40. Then 48. Total 48 bits will be there, right? And they are separated by colon. Now transmission address of bits. How the transmission happens of the address bits. Which bit. That means here, if I am having this, what I meant to say, address as 4A, this kind of thing, which bits out of this will go first? So 56 bits are there. So transmission is from left to right. Left means from here the transmission will happen. You got the idea? From here the transmission will happen. So 4A is there. So this is 4 bits, and this is again 4 bits. So out of these 8 bits, if I arrange it in what I meant to say, maximum significant, most significant bit and least significant bit. So here transmission will happen left to right. You got the idea? However, for each byte, the least significant bit is sent first. That means LSB bit is sent first. LSB bit means this A is LSB part. That means 4 will be written as what I'm saying 0, 1, 0, 0, and followed by A. A is 10. So this is nothing but 8 enabled 1. Then what I mean to say 0, then 1, 0. So here this 0 will leave first. This 0 will leave first. Then what I'm say 1, then again 0, then 1, and at the end this will leave. Most significant bit will leave. So this is the order in which the bits are sent. So this is how from left to right the MAC address will be sent. So order transmission is left to right, byte by byte. So this is first byte, then second byte, third byte, fourth byte, fifth byte, and sixth byte. And within the byte also, the least significant bit is sent first. That means the bits of A will be sent first. So least significant bit means A. If you take 4 bits of A, so it will be nothing but this is 8, value 8, and this is 4, which will be 0. So 1, 0, 1, 0. So this 0 will be going first. This is what happens, right? So this least significant bit, if it is 0, it is taken as what I'm saying unicast address. So if this bit, we will see in the next few slides how this happens. So this least significant bit, if it is 0. In our case, in this address, it was 0 actually. So this is taken as unicast address. But if it contains a 1, this is taken as multicast address by the receiver. And if all the bits are ones, this is taken as a broadcast address. This is what you have to remember. So here, this is the example that is shown that 4721B, 2E, 808, and E is sent out online. Now let us see whether it is unibyte, unicast address or multicast address. Let us see how exactly this thing. So how the bytes will be sent? This will be the first leftmost byte is sent first, and then next, then this, then this, then this, and this will be the last what I'm saying byte which will be sent. And in this also, how the bytes will be sent is the LSB position, least significant bit position, that is 7. It is having all 111. You can see here, if you do this, right? So here it is shown the hexadecimal conversion of 47. So 47, you see 0, 1, 0, 0 is 4, and 7, 4 bits is nothing but 0, 111. Similarly, 20, 20. So 2 is taken as 0, 0, 1, 0, and 0 is taken as 4, 0. 1 is taken as 000 followed by 1, and B. So B is nothing but 11. So it is 8 and 0 and plus 2 plus 1. So total 11. And this is 2E. E is nothing but 14. So 2 is nothing but 0, 0, 1, 0. These 4 bits, and 11. So 8 plus 4, sorry. 14. So 8 plus 4, 12 plus 2, 14. So that is E. And this is 08. So all four zeros, then followed by 1 0 0 0 is nothing but 8. And then this is the code for what I meant to say, triple A. Now to know whether this is unicast address and multicast address, so see the order in which the bits are traveling. So this rightmost least significant bit 1 is coming here, 1 is coming here, this 1 is coming here, and this 1 is coming here. Then this 0 is here, then this 0, then this 0, then this 1, and then this 0. And the same is the case here. So 5 zeros are there and followed by 1, then 0, 0. So the order in which these, what I mean to say, bits are sent is reverse. I mean to say starting from right to left. But the whole byte is sent as byte by byte. Left byte will be sent, the first or second will be this byte and so on. The rightmost byte will be sent last, but within the byte, the bits are sent as rightmost bits are sent first. So this one will go first here, then this one like this. So this is the order in which the bits will be received by the receiver. Now source address is always a unicast address. You got the idea? It will come from only one station. And the destination address can be, unicast address means source address, they, will always have the bit here, first bit will always be 0. So here in this example, we have seen unicast, this first bit address will always be 0. If this is there 0, it indicates unicast address, and if it is 1 means it is multicast address, and if it is all ones, indicates that it is a broadcast address. So here in this example, we can say that since the first bit is 1 and not all bits are 0, not all bits are ones, this is unique multicast address. This is multicast address. Had this been 0, it should have been unicast address. So the destination address can be unicast address, multicast address, and broadcast address, right? So here, as I have informed you earlier, the least significant bit position in a destination address, if it is 0, then address is unicast. Otherwise, it is multicast. That means if it is 1, it is multicast. Right? So I have already told you how the bits are sent, transmitted within a byte, how the bits are transmitted. So this is what is there. So here in this case, you have seen here, if it is, unicast means this last bit position should be, what I meant to say, 0. If it is 0, it is unicast. If it is 1, it is, so LSB position, and this is most significant bit position. So this, if it is 1, indicates that it is multicast. And this bit, so various bytes are there. So this whole byte will go first, then this byte will go, then this byte, and lastly, the sixth byte will go. But within the byte, this is the first bit which will go, received by the transmitter. Then this will be the second bit will be received by the transmitter. This will be third bit, fourth bit, fifth bit, sixth bit, seventh bit, and eighth bit. So most significant bit will be received at the end within this byte, and same is the case with all the bytes. So here, this is the example where I have to define the type of the destination, what type of destination it is. So in this case, you can see here, it is 4A, 30 separated by colon, and colon followed by 10 colon 21 colon 10 colon what I'm say 1A. So this I can see total 6 byte address is there, 6 byte address is there, and this destination address will go like this. This byte will go first, this byte will go next, and this byte will go next, this byte will go next, this will go next, this will go next. But within this byte, now I have shown you the translation of this thing for so here I can take 4 can be taken as right as 0 0 sorry, I'm sorry, I'm extremely sorry, this should be uh, this should be, so I should have a 0, then followed by 1, followed by 0, followed by 0. So this is the translation of 4, and translation of A will be 8. You got the idea. Then 10 it is. 10 it is means 8 0 1 0 1 0. So this will be nothing but translation of 8. So this is how. This is the binary value of the value this 4A. Now how this bit will be transmitted is this bit will be going first. While transmission, this will go first. Next, this bit will go. You got the idea. Next, this particular bit, third bit will go. Next, 1 will go, followed by this 0 will go. Then next 0 will go. Then 1 will go, and then 0 will go. So the order in which this goes to the destination is this. So here, my destination is there. So my destination is here. So this is the first bit that will be received by the destination. You got the idea. This is the first bit which will be received by the destination. So which is the first bit? This bit is received by the destination. And if this bit is received by the, oh sorry, I have reversed it now. I have reversed it, right? So this is 0 1 0 1. Okay. This is not the thing. This is not the thing. So erasure. I'll have to erase this. Highlighter. So this is the first bit that will be received by the receiver, which is destination. So which is 0. So it is unicast address. It is unicast address. Remaining, I am not bothered, right? Similarly, now let me see 47. So 47 as this indicates. So if you translate this 47, this into binary, this will look, 47 will look as 0, 1 followed by 0, 0. So this is translation of 4 hexadecimal number, and then 7. So it will be translated as 0, 1, 1, and 1. So this is my 7. And how the bits are going. So this is the first bit that will go to the destination. This will be the first bit that will go to the destination, right? So this will be going first. So the moment this goes first, the least significant bit position goes first, indicates that it is a multicast address, because remaining bits are either zeros and one, but not all ones. Now in the last address, if you see, you have FF. FF means FF will translate to all, uh, 111s. So here this FF will be nothing but, so it is 1, you got the idea, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So this is a translation for F. You got the idea, this F. And again, second F is again 1, 1, right, 1 and 1. So this is again, it is F. You got the idea. And this is the first bit that will go, right? This will be the first bit that will go. So this, how do we see, is this 1. And you can see all the bit positions are 1s. And for that matter here, every bit in the address is 1, indicating that it is a broadcast address. So this, whenever a frame contains the destination address like FF colon FF colon FF colon FF colon FF colon FF, it understands that this frame has to be received by every host that is connected to the network. This is what is there, right?